This is a story about how a man turned this into this.
It's the story of Harry Kay.
Of his ingenuity, of his generosity, and of his legacy.
Harry, a child of the Great Depression, was forced to quit school to help support his family.
He worked with his father in a small diner where he discovered that peeling potato
after potato,
after potato, after potato,
After potato, after potato,
After potato.
was a real pain in the tuchus.
But not only that, Harry realized there must be a better way to process potatoes.
And eventually, he found that way. Really, he created it.
For 30 years, Harry grew his company, Northern Star,
from a single small potato plant into a national supplier of premium potato products.
Harry was a success.
Financially secure and widely respected.
but Harry wanted more.
He wanted to parlay the fruit of his hard work,
the vegetable of his labor,
into something that would benefit his entire Jewish community.
And so Harry created a foundation to support Twin Cities Jewish organizations.
Over 30 years, the Harry Kay Foundation has distributed more than $25 million
to, among others, the Minneapolis Jewish Federation,
Jewish Federation of Greater St. Paul,
and the program that bears his name,
the Harry Kay Center for Leadership Excellence.
The Harry Kay Leadership Institute is a place where emerging Jewish leaders come together.
It's a program for young adults to help them learn how to take their place in the community.
The Harry Kay Leadership Institute is an opportunity to meet 40-some other young Jewish leaders in many different denominations of Judaism, a chance to learn from them and a chance to learn from the teachers that the federations have assembled for us.
I think I was already heading in a leadership direction when I signed on to Harry Kay, but the experiences, the learning, and the motivation contained in the program helped to propel me forward.
It really engages people that are already somewhat engaged, but maybe don't have the confidence to take the next step forward.
It was the transformational Jewish experience I've ever had. And I can only say that every single part of my Jewish community involvement has stemmed from my opportunity that was provided with the Harry Kay Leadership Program.
There are about 40,000 Jews in this community, and we stick together through the institutions we create. It takes leadership to keep those institutions going.
Community is only as strong enough as the people who will step forward and help lead it. If you can inculcate that sense into people of the importance of leadership, and you have a cohort of people who will all help each other, over time you really strengthen the vitality of the community.
One of the most tremendous benefits is to meet new people from interesting places doing interesting things with different organizations that I only had the remotest understanding of.
There's wonderful collaborations going on in this community, and I think Harry Kay is responsible for many of those.
I think every single Harry Kay leadership group has that same epiphany, if you will, that there is an opportunity for the Twin Cities leadership to be more cohesive and for the organizations themselves to be more singular and focused.
It brings together people in varying age ranges, and they go through that experience together. So all of a sudden when they come out of it and they're engaged in community activity, they have people to call on, they have familiar faces.
Community leadership is a big challenge, and you often find yourself in difficult situations. And when you have a little bit of a level of trust, it's easier to move through those challenges.
It helps unite our communities because it brings together Minneapolis and St. Paul and creates great camaraderie amongst its participants and ultimately its alumni.
The most memorable part for me so far was the heavily subsidized Thank You Harry Kay trip to Israel and Budapest. There are 8,000 Holocaust survivors in Hungary. To talk to these folks who had been through so much, who were still identifying as Jewish, who were still seeking a Jewish connection, and who had wisdom and perseverance and charm, simply amazing.
Being in Kiev probably had more impact on me than any single thing I've done, because you're seeing people that could have been our brothers and sisters that are still living in poverty, still trying to establish these connections to Judaism, and you realize how impactful we are for Jewish communities across the world. The level of giving, it's significantly higher than it's been really at any point in our community's history.
I think the level of engagement is probably unrivaled by most communities, and so I'm hopeful that that will continue.
Board member,
President,
Campaign chair,
president,
Board of Beth Jacob,
JF&CS,
Board member,
Executive Committee of
NCJW,
music director of Temple of Aaron,
Minneapolis Jewish Federation,
co-presidents,
Shirtikva,
I served in synagogue leadership.
chair of budget and finance,
Board of the Center for Jewish Studies,
Children's Cancer Research Foundation,
Minneapolis Jewish Day School,
Past co-presidents,
steering committee,
Volunteer.
president of Minneapolis Jewish Federation,
Herzl Camp,
President-elect,
executive director.
member of the Harry K. Foundation Board.